Uh, just looking at some of the rocket science enablers that are out there lately. There's been a couple of interesting little scenarios happen with some of these rocket science enablers. Those of you who use Android, as I'm using more and more regularly, know how the little roll works when you get blocked, or even temporarily timed out. And well, some people have a fantastically large number of accounts. I don't, but I don't need to tell you how to do it all. But within 15 seconds, you're back in these rooms. But the interesting thing is, if you've got your damn head screwed on, you'll notice straightforward things that will allow you to identify when a person has been timed out and then they just flipped and come back in under another account. Intriguing thing is, a lot of these people who are moderators of, shall we say, the man in the van who's eaten too many donuts, a lot of them cannot recognise someone who's come back in as another person. I seem to be able to all right enough, not always, not guaranteed. But, some of these characters, there's someone who will go by the name of Kotex of all things, and, it's funny that he's an Assyrian too, and, stand up for Elvis and back up and pay your taxes to the king. And someone asked him, someone I was talking to under this account, decided to ask him when he last paid his taxes to Elvis. And, well, there was no real forthcoming answer. I seen Kotex of all things also have a go at Tony Abbott. Pay your taxes, troll. Are you fucking joking? How the hell can you hang around, supporting Elvis for, 6 to 8 weeks, and in that whole time of being on his Hangouts and all that shit, and even having a wrench and being a moderator on his Hangouts, you don't know that Tony Abbott gives fucking money to Elvis every couple of days. I mean, you hang around with Elvis for 2 fucking months. In that time, Tony Abbott's probably donated fucking 15 times, and the dumb cunt comes up and calls him a troll and accuses him, and says you've got to pay your taxes. What are you fucking talking about? He fucking pays them all the time. They're that daft, they can't even remember. People like Tony Abbott, let's give Tony Abbott a woo! How many times has Elvis said that in the Hangout? Fucking piles of times. This guy's in there as a moderator and he can't even fucking hear what Elvis is saying. You wonder if he's even got the fucking speakers turned on or the earplugs in, honestly. And then there's another one I was reading a couple of minutes ago, going on fucking, oh, you trolls have done absolutely nothing and fucking blah, 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 and this and that, and, you incredibly stupid cadre of trolls, and all you say is that he's got to, block this one and do that one, and you got no effect on him. Well, he lost his temper a couple of days ago there, and someone caught that on video, and so if he's doing nothing at all, and let's face it, while he hasn't left YouTube completely, 6 months ago he was going to leave YouTube because YouTube is just a big heap of trolls and stuff. If there's no effect on him, how come he's been affected? And the biggest joke of all is, oh, you're all saying, you know, friggin' flag this and do that and fill in the long comment and blah, blah, and that'll get it. But you've done nothing. What happened like 2 weeks ago? Oh, that's right. Flagging caused Elvis to no longer be able to host live streams. So if it does nothing, how come he had to create a new channel 2 weeks ago so he could continue to do Hangouts? If all this flagging isn't working, how come he's on that channel number 5, 6, 7, what is it now? I don't know. He's gone through a number of channels. He's lost quite a few channels due to flagging and whatnot. But it isn't the flagging that does it. It's his own slanderous fucking ass that then causes him to be able to be flagged. You know, and the guy's just a fucking... Oh, he's a slanderous wacko. We all know that. We all know that, you know. Somehow we're the bad guys and he'll sit there talking about fucking, you know, cutting people's heads off, raping people. You know, we see him fucking videos of him zooming in on girls through the fucking, you know, windows of his van with the curtain closed and he's just got the camera down the bottom and then he's commenting, oh, look at her fat ass, blah, blah, blah. Fuck me. Dude, that's fucking pervert stalking. That's what that is, you know. If you do something like that in this country and you get caught in the act, you're likely to get your fucking head smashed in with the nearest rock. I mean, honestly, this isn't some Islamic shitstorm of a country, but holy shit, you would be absolutely fucked if you tried some of the things that he's done and you got caught doing it. You know, what about the other day when he was praising General Hopper, you know, like praise him this day and then shit can him 2 days later. And then he suddenly fucking text comes through on his phone, bang, hits the key, fucking whoa, out of there. They got him to move car parking spots. Interesting. You know, if we're all so fucking ineffectual, what's with all the closed channels, with his attempt that he was going to give up on YouTube last year, with his changing parking spots, with his fucking police turning up. I know, you know, we're fucking absolutely useless. I personally don't have time for doing things like that. I got no problem with people treating a fucking slanderous pervert in a manner they deserve, though, you know, and he's getting what he deserves. He's getting what fucking reminds me of that little symbol, you know, the 3-arrow recycle symbol with karma in the middle. It's just getting him. It's as simple as that. As I say with all these e-beggars, karma's coming for you. And with him, it gets him a lot. Oh, you trolls haven't been around as long as you know, what was the comment made? You guys haven't been on YouTube as long as Elvis has been. You guys who want to get rid of Elvis haven't been on YouTube as long as Elvis has been. Well, no shit. You know, he had to be on YouTube and then go from being a reasonable guy who used to pay his own way and was absolutely dead bang on not taking any donations, not receiving anything from anyone and paying everything out of his own pocket, and that's what he originally was. And then there was the money for the solar panels, which he never spent on solar panels, and then he just went down the fucking e-begging rabbit hole from there. You know, and to that I would say, well, you know, he had to be a fucking arsehole before people tried to close his channel down for being an arsehole. I will admit that they did have a point, this character, in that, you know, you can close down one channel, but he just opens another one the next day. And as much as you can sort of cause a stall and a restart on his YouTube life or whatever you want to call it, it's not going to get him off of YouTube because it's just bang, 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 another channel, another channel, another channel. And what it really is, and this is the same with flagging all these e-beggars, like you can flag the fucking shit out of them. And you can successfully crash the channel, but they'll be back again 5 minutes later. You know? This is one of the things, you know? And, you know, it doesn't really stop it eternally until the guy gets sick of fucking fighting against people, sort of thing. And I tell you what, I don't know how the fuck he stood up. Like most people, I think of another person who was in New York and has now moved to another state. You know, they wouldn't have been able to handle the level that fucking Elvis can handle. But it's like a lot of things in life, you know, you carry on like a complete fucking prick. You're going to have people bite back at you, you know, and also to someone who believes that we haven't been round as long as Elvis has been round, you know, the trolls trying to get rid of him haven't been around as long as he's been. How do you fucking know? How the fuck do you know how long we've been around? Most of us have multiple accounts. Some of them we upload videos to, some of them we don't. You know, sometimes we create new ones just so we can continue to comment. You got no fucking idea how long we have or haven't been on YouTube. You really don't. I've still got my original channel, and it's not this channel here. And most people know what channel it is, but so what? So anyway, it's one of these things, you know, a lot of these, it's one of these mods, oh, all these guys are just all wannabes, all these trolls are wannabes. Why the fuck are you repeating the same droned out shit that Elvis says? You think we're wannabes? Why do we want to be living in a van down by the beach, doing nothing, getting nowhere, achieving nothing and making no money? And then having to do reviews on fucking iced coffee because it's the only thing we can afford to fucking review. Holy smoke. I mean, you replace the word beach with river, single man, living in a van, down by the river, with no job, very little money, and battling to fucking keep scraping by. And what do you got? You got someone who would want to, you know, be labelled as a homeless bum. Why the fuck would we want to be a homeless bum? You know, oh, we're all wannabes. We all want to go on this and that because we've all got obligations. Fuck off. Fuck off. I'd quit my job tomorrow and I could start travelling this country. But I've got better things to do. Because unlike some people, I don't want to piss my life away living in a van, hanging around one town, then going to another town, then going to another town, then going to another town. And, like, you know, I'll even look at people like my parents, grey nomads. Oh, we went to this place in this town and this joint and that. Oh, fuck. I have been to every state capital in this country. I have been to a lot of different places. I've, you know, lived in the other side of the country and I've lived over here. And quite frankly, there is an extreme difference between the two sides of the country. Particularly the area I was in versus the area I'm in now. And, you know, this is the thing. Like, I even sit there listening to my parents talking about, oh, there's this town and it's got this, and oh, there's that town and it's got that. And I'm like, boring. You know, why would you travel thousands of fucking miles to just, you know, to go and look at this town and go and look at that town? Oh, there's rainbow lorikeets in that town and reckon rah-rah, and this museum is showing fucking rah-rah, and oh, what, oh, fuck me, I can go to a museum here and probably see the same thing, you know. I really don't see a point in travelling around the country. Great to those who do, you know, whatever, but, you know, I got things to do that are more interesting than hanging around yet another hot, dry, boring Australian town, country town, and living out of these freaking bakeries or McDonald's stores or whatever there is, while, you know, living in caravan, camper trailer, van, RV or whatever, you know. I got bigger fish to fry and better things to do, and in fact I should be doing them right now.